Hello YouTube, I'm Hidden Reaper. This is my channel, the source of all things awesome and official today. My channel is the current Pokemon Master. That is correct. So you can get those lame-ass Pikachus out of here, you faggots. This is the channel that beat all the others in the Pokemon tournaments. So back on out of here. Back on out of here. But anyway, guys, today I am here to save you broke bitches some money and insert some fun into your lives. That's right, it is Free Game Friday. Free Game Friday! It's back. It's been a couple months, I know, and I do apologize. But I'm pretty excited about the game I'm showing off today, which I'm sure a lot of you already know about. It's a game for gold game. It's called The Incredible Adventures of Van Helsing, which sounds pretty shitty, but it is actually pretty fun. It's an action RPG, and yeah, it's pretty fun to play. I mean, it's a free game, so I mean, it's not the greatest game of all time or anything. The storyline leaves some things to be desired. It doesn't have the greatest graphics. But, yeah, it's a pretty fun game to play. The storyline's not bad, or what I played so far isn't bad. I like the RPG elements of it. It's pretty cool. And I like Katrina, which you don't know what that means yet, because this is only the beginning of the video, and I haven't told you what that means yet. But I like Katrina, so just wallow in your ignorance. Wallow in it. I know more than you do. Yes. But anyway, let's move on, and then I can share my knowledge with you, and maybe you'll pick up the game because it's pretty fun. So where do we start? Well, let us start with the beginning of the game, shall we? I mean, that seems logical. All right, so character creation, step one, right? There's 3 different classes. You got the Hunter, the Thaumaturge, and the Arcane Mechanic. The only one available with the base free game is the Hunter. The other 2 require DLC that is $3.99 a piece. But that allows you to use like magic and then like increased firearms and stuff like that. So it might be worth it if you enjoy the game. But the Hunter's pretty cool. They also have different normal difficulties. You got casual, normal, hard, and heroic. Of course, the higher you go in the levels, the better the loot that the enemies drop is. So that's good. And then of course they have a normal character, but then you can go hardcore character, which is permadeath. Holy shit! This game has permadeath. Yeah, it does, which is cool. But yeah, so you'll create your dude. There's not much like facial thing. It's not like Skyrim. You just create your class, and then you get to go ahead and jump into the story. There, you get to choose multiplayer, and oh my God, the free game has options. You didn't know that, did you? You didn't think the free game would have options, but it fucking does. Oh my God, and look at all those options. You got gameplay options, audio options, video options, controls options. Holy shit. It's a plethora of options. That's like a mini game inside the game, also free. This is like a 2-in-1 free game Friday. Okay, maybe it's not that exciting, but I forgot I spent this long in the options menu. So let's move on to the story, shall we? Oh my God, it's an Xbox controller. All right, we're gonna end this here. Moving on to the story. Okay, so after you create your character, it goes on to like a brief overview thing as it loads the game. There's a voiceover, kind of let you know what's going on. As it turns out, you're not Van Helsing. So thank you, misleading game titles. God, you are Van Helsing's son. There's a letter addressed to Van Helsing from a town that he helped liberate from monsters and the dark forces of evil a long time ago. So you and your faithful ghost servant Katrina, yeah, that Katrina, not Hurricane Katrina, as fun as that was, this is Ghost Katrina, which I think I enjoyed a little bit better, as hard as that is to believe. But you two are traveling to Borgova, I think is the name of the town. I don't know. I played this shit a long time ago, like 2 days, like yesterday. So it was a while ago. I don't remember town names. Don't judge me. But anyway, on the way, you get jumped by some heathens, and that's where the game starts. So you just you kill the heathens because you're Van Helsing motherfucking son. You only take that shit, and you make your way to Borgova. And along the way, you fight critters and do quests and help out towns, and Katrina is awesome.
You really should consider brightening up your home with one of these.
Looks like a villager. Poor devil was robbed and tamed.
So that was Katrina, which is awesome, because that was some morbid, sarcastic humor, which I love. I was just walking, and that poor dude was hanged, and she was like, "Oh, you should freshen up your room with one of these." And I was like, "Katrina, if you weren't dead, I would kill you with my massive, massive penis by just thudding into you all day long." I love her. I love her with a passion. She's just sarcastic, and she's awesome. So, I mean, really, I just wanted to share that little clip, because that was the moment that I knew Katrina was my soulmate. But anyway, this video is getting kind of long. We're like 5 minutes in, I think, right now. So let's go forth and learn more things about this game. So let's start with the leveling system. So whenever you level up, you're going to receive these ability points that you can funnel into these 4 categories: body, dexterity, willpower, and luck. These abilities do affect your character, so you'll just want to read through that and see like what they do, and how they affect the character, and how you want your character to look like as it levels. So you can either, you know, spend the points and distribute them out evenly, so you'll just level up balanced, or you can funnel a lot of them into one statistic, and that way it'll be really good at one thing, maybe not so good at another thing. It's completely up to you. One of the fun things about RPGs, of course, is the way you level up your character. Also, when you level up, you do get skill points, and you can funnel these into different skills as you level up, and then upgrade those skills, of course. So they got like lightning strike, and so that will chain lightning against enemies whenever you strike them, and you can level it up to where it can paralyze them. There's fire as well. There's skills to upgrade your defense. So there's really a lot of things, and then they also have skills for pistols as well, because the hunter has swords and pistols. So yeah, that's good. And then as you go through and go through your abilities, you can link them by pressing Y after you click on the ability, and you can link it onto your controller, and that way you can set up like your combos and things on the controller however you want them to be. So that's nice as well. Also, Katrina will level up as well, although she levels up to a lesser degree, so it's not as in-depth with her leveling, but that's also a good thing to just keep in mind. Katrina will help you out. Also, as you level up, you will gain access to perks, which are like secondary, mostly passive abilities, that'll help you out through the game as well, so you just want to choose that wisely depending on what you find most valuable. I think I went with the one that Katrina heals me, or provides extra defense when she's close to me. So I thought that was worth having. So yeah, you'll spend a lot of time in this menu as the game progresses. You'll spend less and less time, but of course you level up in the beginning, and then as you get a hang of it, you'll be in it a lot less. So it can be kind of overwhelming, along with like the equipment menu and everything like that. But it is pretty simple if you just spend some time with it. I have faith in you guys. You guys are intelligent. You can figure it out. But yeah, so just don't be scared. There are hints. Just jump into it. You're not going to damage anything irrevocably. So just spend some time with it, mess around with it, and it'll all become clear pretty quickly. Alright, and I think that's pretty much it. Just 2 more things I really want to talk to you about that was kind of different is when you die in this game. It does bring up a menu, and you can choose like where you spawn, but it costs gold, like the gold you'll find in the game. So it's not like a microtransaction or anything. Depending on where you want to spawn, which I thought was different. So you can spawn where you died for some gold, you can spawn at the last checkpoint for more gold, and then there's a third option as well. So yeah, if you die a lot, you're gonna run out of gold, but gold is pretty much everywhere. I really never had an issue with gold, except when I was trying to buy some stuff at the first town you stopped by. Some of it was pretty expensive for some like higher level gear. So I just thought that was different, and I don't know whether or not I like it. I think I would rather if you died, you go back to a checkpoint. I think it makes it a little bit too easy. But I mean, I guess if I wanted a harder one, I could always go play with the permadeath, right? But yeah. So that's just a good thing to keep in mind, because you will, I guess the leading into the second thing I want to talk about is you will run into, like, you'll be murdering everything. You're walking through, you're like, this game is easy, bro. Where you at, yo? Been at the gym, lifting iron, yo. And then you'll run into a pocket of like 70 enemies, all higher level than you, and you'll just get wrecked into the dirt, which happened to me on a number of occasions. So yeah, the death, I'm pretty familiar with that situation. But I just wanted to kind of show that to you because there was a moment where I went into a new area and was immediately beaten to the ground like 30 seconds later. So I'll just end the video out with that clip there because it's pretty brutal, and it was against the Scarecrow. But yeah, anyway, guys, I know this video went kind of long. I went a little bit more in depth than I think I was intending to. So I do apologize if I bored any of you, but hopefully you learned something. Hopefully I explained most of the important stuff pretty easily, and I really hope you pick up this game if you're into RPGs because it is a fun game. I won't get too into the story. I wouldn't put too much emphasis on it because, like I said, I only played for about an hour, and the story wasn't overly appealing, but it wasn't horrible either. I mean, it wasn't like a Call of Duty campaign or anything. Shots fired, no pun intended. But yeah, I did like the game, and I'll actually probably end up beating this one. It's probably one of the first free Game Friday games that I'll actually beat. So call me a hypocrite, I guess. But yeah, so I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you pick up the game. If you do and you want to play, hit me up, and I'll probably be down for that. I'll probably actually end up getting the DLC too, so I can play as the Thermotog because the magic in this game sounds awesome. But yeah, so thank you so much for checking this video out. And I hope you enjoyed. Be sure to check back next week for more Free Game Fridays. I'll hopefully be able to actually keep this trend up this time. And just remember that if you play Pokemon, that you lost to my channel. So suck it.